Okay. Oh, fuck everything, Michael. Do I actually need this, though? No, not really. Okay.
That's for later. You don't have to.
No, I know that. Thanks for reminding me, though, because I didn't have my phone on vibrate. I'm doing an entrance for this, so... So don't mind me, I'm about to sing.
Okay. I hope my dog doesn't disturb you.
He probably will. Fuck. Where did I bump? Oh, shit. Alright, take two. Can I get a take two on that? Yeah, I think I can. I think I'm running this, so I think I can get a take two. Oh, you didn't even start recording, so there you go. Smart ass. I will support every misery you've got. I will support every blue. I will support every sagging thing. I will support you. I will defend every dream you have. I will defend every truth. I will defend every lie if I have to. I will defend you. Dad, sit down, 'cause I'm in love with a guy. I'm not that gay, but I'm in love with a guy. No, I'm not straight. Yes, I'm bi. Dad, sit down. Oh, that's sweeter than I thought it would be. This Stone Vlog is called My Complicated Relationship with the Word Faggot. If that ain't a fucking clickbaity title, I ain't fucking never heard a clickbaity title before. Roll that beautiful bean footage! That was a good one. Should you do a take two? Never. That wasn't the problem with the other one.
You also don't have another bottle to open.
Bitch! Can you not talk while I'm trying to... You can't...
Okay.
Sorry. That was really rude, yelling bitch at you, huh? No, I'm sorry. I feel bad now. Not really. Heather is here, but she's trying not to be a studio audience because I'm trying to record. But you realize I have to do an edit point or put you in this on some level, which... Oh my god, she's making a notion. Clearly this was planned. She's being quiet now. How'd you like Deadpool? She went... So what's funny is when I try to get her to talk, she won't talk. But when I don't want her to talk, she will talk. So, folks at home, when if you're paying attention. So I tweeted this. I put it on my Discord. So if you missed this live stream, it's because I don't stream on the one stream. But I have a whole channel devoted to live streaming. It's the bunny. It's philbunny live. There's a link in the description. I'm still figuring out how to get everything working right. I didn't smoke before the intro this time. I suppose maybe I'm just an inconsistent fucky. Oh fuck. Fuckhead. That's what the flower water's for. So if you wanted to see me record this live, you have to go to that link in the description. And now, hey, thanks again to YouTube for banning me from, or blocking me from streaming, to give me the great idea to have a fucking extra second channel where I can put all these uncut full live streams on. Thanks, YouTube. I love it. Fuck. My complicated relationship with the word faggot and other things that won't be monetized on fucking YouTube. I'm 36 this July. I came out bi last year. It's one of the many reasons I'm even able to emotionally come back to making video content at all. Is last year I came out to my family as polyamorous, and then about a few months later, I came out to them as a bisexual. I don't really know if you can be a bisexual and not polyamorous or what, but I mean, on some level, I mean, maybe not emotionally, maybe it's just like a fucking thing, but it's like you never fall in love with another person. I'm full poly. I fall in love all the time. Heather falls in love all the time. It's good. I'm in love with somebody who's in love with someone else, and she's in love with me, and she's in love with other people. It's not a social norm. It's weird, and it's not easy to explain. It's not always, you're not always not jealous. It's not always easy, but we're not really talking about polyamory today, because it's all this whole kettle of fish. I'm going to focus on the bisexuality part. And this isn't really a video I made for anyone specifically, as much as this is new to me. This is all, you know, like I didn't come out until last year, and until I was 35, and I kicked that fucking closet door open. Oh shit. Why is this not public? Michael? Oh, and I labeled this wrong. Recording this was the forethought. The afterthought was doing it live. All right. Comedy public. All right, we should be better now. So no, do that last thing I wanted you to do, you fucking. All right, where's this? This is great. I'm glad you're recording all this. Shut up, Michael. No, I would never follow a YouTube account on Twitter. Sudden paranoia that I'm muted. Oh, ha 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 ha. Oh, ha 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 ha. All right. We're done with all the paranoia now. Let's get back to the thing. So, I'm not like the reactions to my family were pretty understandable for me. So I'm not really going to talk about how my family reacted, because they didn't react badly. They reacted with some confusion or no duh. So, you know, it's whatever. And it's not really about how my friends and everything react to it, because I never really shared any of that kind of stuff with a lot of those guys anyway, or whatever. But I definitely feel a lot better being more open. And this is me opening the door for a lot of other vlogs about sexuality in general. Because like my complicated relationship with the word faggot is probably a multi-parter. And it's a word that's been in my life my entire life. So like let's talk about the negative and the gross and get that out of the way. Because I know for a fact that me just saying faggot just flippantly is going to upset a lot of people. Oh, trigger warning! If you don't like the F word, don't watch this video. Good job. I edited that and I stuck it there right at the beginning, so no one will know that I put this here. Now you can see the actual intro. I'll fade down and I'll fade back up. It'll be like an actual experience. I'm glad I'm giving myself fucking editing notes because I would not remember later. So I apologize if you're watching this and it's really bothering you that I keep saying faggot. But know that I know that pain. When I was in high school, it wasn't as taboo a word. It was still like a, you know, it was like cunt. Like you couldn't say, I never said cunt in high school. That was a super no-no word. But that, I mean, I broke that hymen a long time ago. Pun intended? Analogy intended? My point being, faggot is this word that's polarizing. And it's used to hurt people. And it was used to hurt me. It was used to make me feel lesser. Because dumb people don't understand me. I notice that intelligent people either understand me and dismiss me, or, you know, like, or whatever. But like most dumb people just write me off as a faggot. Dumb, mean people. There is a difference. You know, there is like a world of difference between a dumb, nice person and a dumb, mean person. A vindictive dummy, you know. I would say a lot of these YouTube atheists that are willing to work with Christianity to prove a point or whatever are the same. You can't be calling out Christians in there. You can't. Okay, hang on. Let me back up. Good thing there's no one watching this fucking live. Right, Bill O'Reilly? Thank you, clip of Bill O'Reilly saying we're doing it live. My point being, a comparable word is the N-word, which you notice I don't flippantly just say. I'm a very big fan of Dino Stamatopoulos, and a part of why this is relevant is Dino, when you look at him, to me, doesn't look like a guy that would want to be a submissive. That was my dog shaking. I don't have a bondage slave over there. But he's like a switch, which is fine. Dino actually makes sense that he's a switch. Me, myself, I'm boring. I'm only a dom. I'm only a top. It's not a personal. That's what I want. You know what I mean? Like with sex and sexuality these days, because what's important isn't so much the functionality of the thing as the entertainment of the thing. Jesus Christ. I don't think any of this made any sense. Am I wrong? Is it hot for you yet? Or is it fine for you? Okay, I think it's just that robe and everything. It's too much, Michael, with the hat. But you look good. Pain is beauty. So, at any rate. So when I was I don't say I've switched back to I'm saying the N-word. There was a period of time, and the reason I bring up Dino Stamatopoulos, Jesus Christ, that's what I was talking about. Wow. The reason I bring up Dino Stamatopoulos is because he's very famous for going on Harmontown and just saying the N-word. And it was funny and it was a good point. But that doesn't mean we're at a point in history where we need to be bothering with that anymore. So I guess what I mean by that is back off. Like that's not a hill I want to die on today, ever, really, is the N-word hill. It's not my hill, right? When I grew up, I didn't really listen to rap music. So I didn't sing along to people taking that word back and giving it, like appropriate people using the word, which I think queer folk use now. The word queer was definitely used as a slur. We'll get to the word queer versus faggot shortly. But but the N-word was never a thing for me. And I know a lot of people that fought against not saying that word. And I went with the soft A a lot of times. And I made the argument that if you walk into a room full of nerdy white people and say, "What up, my niggas?" that's really funny. I don't feel that way anymore. I'm also not going to censor that joke. The joke is you say something thuggish to a bunch of not, inappropriate people. You could say the same thing. It's a subversion joke. It's not a hard joke. I'm not proud of the joke, but it's something. I want you to understand where my mindset used to be, so that you understand. People are capable of recognizing who past things that you thought were okay and that you've moved on or you figured out. And I think, and getting back to Harmontown a bit, watching them deal with a trans person that doesn't look feminine to them, and then going on to really not understanding this person at all, and then this person leaves, and then they kind of complain about it. On Harmontown, it's watching them deal with it in such a clunky, awkward, slow-minded way really made me realize, oh, that's why they lump 30-somethings in with the other millennials. Because I totally get millennial mentality way more than I get this other bullshit. So I consider myself masculine, and I consider masculinity to be neutral in my account. Now, this queer's wearing eyeliner and fucking black fingernail polish. And I don't see this as feminine on me. You may. I think some people perceive that because I'm wearing makeup, I want to be feminine. And that's not really the point. Because if you look closely, look. Does it look like I give a shit? Or does it look like I want my eyes to look like they're black? I just smear it on and I shove my finger in it and I just go, "Nyeh." That's because that's the aesthetic I like. And I look back and I go, is that good yet? And then I add more. So, I consider myself masculine, and I don't think that's a bad thing. But I definitely feel all this pressure because I'm not a traditional masculine dude. If someone calls me out, I shut my mouth and I walk away. I don't like fucking confrontation. I don't like violence. Not physically. But, if I know the person and they're giving me bullshit, I will verbally go at somebody. I will go verbally at anybody that lets me into that space. But if someone aggressively talks to me in any way, I really back off. And that's considered very, very unmasculine. And I don't give a hot, slutty fuck. And I give a hot, slutty fuck about most things. Pouring a drink is a good transition point. So, I bring up the N-word because of the connotation that it's a word used by white people to subjugate black people, and has been used for as long as dumb white guys used it in that tone. And, discussing tone is really important when you're talking about things. So why I have a complicated relationship with the word faggot is at some point in the last 5 years, that word started to turn me on hardcore. Very aroused by the word faggot. I play League of Legends. You can imagine I get called faggot pretty frequently. And sometimes I start to encourage it because whatever, I'm losing this game anyway. I might as well get this guy to get me off. You know, and I was still like, but you're straight. You know, you're straight. You wouldn't do any of this for real. It's like a conceptual thing. And I've always worked my sexuality out the old-fashioned 90s way by typing to a stranger in a chat window. And I'm not going to say, hey, kids, let your 13-year-old talk to random strangers on the internet without supervision. Just make them aware that you can't, you should just be aware. But when I was a teenager, the internet was a wild and crazy place, and I don't know who I was talking to, but in the back of my brain, it was always like, you're probably talking to a guy. You know, and I could tell when it was maybe a female or at least someone feminine because they would write more in these like sexual encounters. So we were essentially writing 50 Shades of Grey together as two people. And it's role playing. You know, I've often played, you do like almost like a slash fic in real time. You get people that you like role playing with, and you get people you don't like role playing with. And I'm not sure if I'm the only person to come out talking about fucking cybering in chats or whatever, but I mean, I know a lot of people just complain about all of the kinks that they find inside of those. And that's where I go, but it's safe. This website presumes you're an adult, and these are adults fucking around doing conceptual things as adults. So if the Simpsons want to have an orgy and 4 people are involved making that orgy happen, they're all adults. It's like drawn porn, like it matters, like drawn murder porn or whatever. Is that snuff? No. Are we dumb? Is people dumb? So my point is I, for a long time, would get these urges or whatever out through these kind of like role-playing sessions. And I never really allowed myself to believe that I was, capable of, I don't know. Like to this day, like for now, like I Michael Bennett, top daddy type. Sorry. But I mean, if you're into that, so am I. But a real pleaser, which is not like, it's like a braggy thing, I guess. But it can be to my detriment. I have my own things that I like, and I find them out, but I tend to be more interested in my partner in, well, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh, yeah, being a fucking gay boy. So, faggot versus queer. This will be a better transition point from when I took that drink, because I didn't know where I was going with that idea. If people watch this live later, they're going to be very confused. But they're going to see the edit. They're going to go from the edit to this live one, and they're going to go, What? What is wrong with this guy? So much, gents. So much, ladies. So much wrong. Okay, so the word faggot versus the word queer. Queer's really come back around. I think it's there's this old Kids in the Hall bit where Scott Thompson breaks down the word faggot. Here's a bit of that. And he doesn't understand why people hate the word faggot so much. And, I saw that as a teenager. And my brain sucked it in, but society at large was using faggot to indicate that they were a lame dork. So here's your nerd terms in the 90s. Dweeb, nerd, spaz, dork. Spaz is even like kind of retarded. That was another one. Or retard. Dumbass. Retarded ass. Stupid ass. Well, I've added shit ass, and you know, you can just add ass to almost a fuck ass, whatever. And then you get to your dyke faggot. So where they were used interchangeably with douchebag and person that is sexually attracted to the same gender. This is not autofocusing, I hope. It was, you son of a bitch camera. I gotta remember to turn that off every fucking time. Alright, good. I apologize for the autofocus before you guys. Ugh. You gotta tell computers everything, man. And they're so worried they're gonna take over. They ain't gonna take over shit. So, in the 90s and 2000s, for most of my life, those words were kind of interchangeable, faggot and douchebag. So, because network televisions essentially did this for me, I mentally replaced faggot with douchebag. So whenever I meant to say, you're being a faggot right now, I would say, you're being a real douchebag right now. And douche works. Everyone knows what a douchebag is. It's it's not even like, it's not, you can't even argue it's a sexist term. Like, you could maybe get really fucking really deep into the SJW niggas and you could probably go, well, it's a feminine project, probably, but it's involving with cleaning and gross, and no one wants a douche. Like, a douchebag isn't. We've established that a douchebag is something you don't want, so it's. Why are you talking? You can't talk about feminism right now. There's so much fucking gay shit you gotta talk about. So other thoughts and other like scenarios kept on replaying, and things I like revisiting. This idea of like a more hetero cis male that has a roommate that's really twinky and loses a bet and has to dress up like a girl. And then they inexplicably is hot to the guy, and then they fuck. Hot scenario. For me. And it didn't but you gotta understand, this is something that has been pinging in my brain for maybe a decade or 15 years maybe. But I repressed it a lot because I didn't want to get made fun of, you know, like, it's not just like, you know, it's not just like the voices in my head of these random dumb shit bullies that I'll never ever meet. Like, as I'm not going to any goddamn high school reunion. Like, these fantasy voices aren't haunting me with the word faggot, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit my family. Like, my brothers and me are really cruel to each other. Like, we are harsh with each other. And very infrequently do we really let in, like, honest insecurities go past each other. So I'm not like blaming my brothers for me being in the closet. There's so many reasons why I was in that particular closet. And Trevor, my youngest brother, and I actually relate the most. And I think it might be, it's not, I mean, me and Jason and Trevor don't disagree on anything that matters. We're all atheists. We're the same political mind. It's just where sexuality is concerned, we're very different spectrums. I'm sort of, I'm a pervert. So, you know, it's hard being out there as a pervert, but you're not trying to hurt anyone. And I'm trying to coin this phrase, honorable pervert, which will be its own video as well. But, like, I think it's important that we differentiate people who are trying to use sex as a weapon and harm people with sexuality versus people that have weird sexual preferences. And that's, like, and some of it is you. It's not real. There's no there's no real tangible way to do. But then again, there are other ways where you can make it as tangible as is necessary. And I just keep my brain keeps coming back to I don't understand why people care. I understand that making this video at all is kind of doesn't make sense to my own logic, right? Because I'm like, why do people care? Hey, watch this video about me talking about it forever. But why do people care? But I don't understand why people care negatively. I understand why people care positively. Other people want to relate. But I don't understand why me wanting to fuck some cute dude bothers you. Is it because me holding hands with a femboy or a trap offends you? Because of your God? Or, I mean, like, I'm sure people's homophobia or... I mean, and I don't even want to use that word. It's just hatred of... It's hatred of femininity. Because I guarantee these same people are very possessive with their girlfriends. Okay? They have a lot of sexist leanings in their brains. Like, they probably think... women fit into this one mold per women. And I get really annoyed with these online atheists that can't conceive of the concept that somebody might not fit exactly in one fucking little box of sexuality. Like, I'm going to do a reaction video to this shoe on the head piece of shit, but I don't know if this cunt gets away with so much fucking shit because she's pretty, she's associated with a popular atheist YouTuber, and she says that women are dumb. You can't fool me with your bullshit non-content and your goddamn web camera. Oh, it's her aesthetic to use the web camera and the speaker on that. Go fuck yourself. You can afford a Yeti. Go get a Yeti. Make it sound okay. I fret over the audio all the fucking time on this shit. I'm just so sick of people with their non-effort. Like, I guarantee, like, I feel terrible for the non-effort that I consider this. And other people will be like, you edited this. You put in so much effort. What are you talking about again? Being a faggot? That's right. I'm just saying, man. We're done with the channel awesome shit. We're getting into the real fucking shit now. I really want to do that reaction video now, actually. I mean, why not? 2 videos for the price of 1, right? I bet if I just type in shoe on head, vagina nails. There it is. Wait, is it gender studies? There's one that I really wanted to get to. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. Banned from BuzzFeed. Men are wimps. Feminist coloring book. Shoe on head balance. Fragile femininity. Consent. Social Justice League versus childhood trauma. Some of these are old, eh? I thought I had one right in the middle of my... Maybe... God, she puts out a lot of videos, huh? They're not going to respect you for taking on Shoe on Head, are they? They're not going to respect you for commenting on Shoe on Head, are they? I might be wrong. I've never watched a shoe on head video, so this is like an honest reaction. It might be this one.
So, I guess we're all a little bit queer.
Me too?
Of course, Teddy. Why don't I teach you a little song about unicorns to help you remember?
Okay, this seems like a good place to start.
Horses,
because that makes sense.
Are called unicorns. Some other horses shout, 'cause unicorns stand out. But unicorns never fear when horses call them queer, 'cause queer means different. Queer means different, and being different is what makes you you.
Children do not have to learn about this shit.
Oh, fuck. Never mind. Okay, this would be a fun one. Hey, let's roll that intro now, huh? Hey, shoe on head, I have an intro, you fucking cunt. Hey, Heather.
Yeah, what?
I'm committing career suicide.
Cool.
You want to know why?
Shoe on head?
I'm doing a reaction video to shoe on head. Uh-oh. Haters. Yeah, right. Hey, there's that clickbait. If you liked this, I recorded this live at the same time I recorded a video called My Complicated Relationship with the Word Faggot. You could have watched this all live because this is just in the middle of me recording that. I'm not even done with that one yet. I'm gonna go back to that topic, but I mentioned this person, and she's over here in the corner by the kitty. Oh, maybe the cat should be away from cat painting should be a little bit further away from shoe on head, I think. It's a shame because she really ticks my, goth girl aesthetic. I think she's cute. Oh well. I gotta be mean to a cute person on the internet. But she's gonna be mean. Like she's the queen of the internet, right? And I'm fuck all? So I mean I can't punch any more up, can I? I'm punching at the queen. I'm gonna get beheaded. I don't got any more riffs on this shit, but if I don't do a bong hit before this, it's not much of a stone vlog, is it? Hi, shoe on head. You don't know me. My name's Michael. I'm a faggot that plays with puppets. Well, I'm really interested in hearing your gender studies thing. I'm impressed that you can play the ukulele. I'm not. That was just a nice thing I could say at the beginning. I knew this video. I think I knew about this video for a while. I've been really avoiding it. So let's start. We got to talk about, this vlog. It's a vlog. So, it's important I give you guys context to, why I'm doing this. It's for clicks, you fucking retards. Also, this chick actually bugs the fuck out of me. She bugs me she really irritates the shit out of me because she's like legitimate because of her gender, which is the entire point of all of her arguments and the counter. Like her entire point is always, your point is invalid, shut the fuck up. But I'm like, you invalidate your own point by being a female fighting feminism? Do you not know, like, you don't see the root words or not? You understand that a patriarchy does not benefit you, literally. Like, I'm not trying to Handmaid's Tale you and shit, because that show is torture porn or whatever, and is retarded too. Because you gotta stop saying retarded, Michael. I know you're just talking about controversial words, but you cannot just call everything retarded. No one will take you seriously. The SJWs will hate you, and all of the atheists will be, but he said retarded. Fuck, you did it again! So, my relationship with Shoe on Head is that I used to watch Armored Skeptic pretty regularly. I did go back. I gave Armored Skeptic another really hard go, and I relate to a lot of his problems with specific SJWs and whatever, but like, you know, fuck him, and you know, fuck her too. I don't want to be on that camp, but it's, why am I bothering? Like, why am I pretending like this isn't going to be something I want to talk about? I'm going to talk about Anita Sarkeesian too. It's not like I'm making friends. This is all about shitting. Just, I got all this in my guts and I got to get rid of it. And I'm done barfing, so it's time to shit. Because this is, her videos are, her low quality is so inexcusable at this point. I haven't watched a newer video of hers, but partly I don't watch her videos because of the quality. Okay, I'm being shitty because my quality isn't perfect, but fuck, you know, like. And I'm using a web camera. I'm not like fucking. All right, I'm installing. This is only a 10-minute long video. It shouldn't take very long.
Cricket stuff is cringe as fuck, so let's get on with it.
It is cringy, but kid stuff is always kind of cringy.
Got it!
Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay, and this is my best friend Teddy, and today we're talking about feminism.
Oh good, that's my favorite subject.
Do you remember when we talked about gender?
Of course.
Well, here's the truth. Sometimes things are unfair. One of the biggest things.
How much
that's unfair
video is
that
she
people
just
are
showing
treated
of theirs
different than others.
versus?
Because of their gender,
This is going on a
girls
long
are
time.
not always treated the same as boys.
Yeah, they usually win divorce settlements, child custody battles, have lighter jail sentences, they get to keep their genitals intact when they're born, easy access to domestic abuse shelters, can choose not to sign up for the draft.
Rosie the Riveter actually.
Okay, what? wait. Let me go back. What was she saying?
Oh good, that's my favorite subject.
Do you remember when we talked about gender?
Of course.
Well, here's the truth. Sometimes things are unfair. One of the biggest things that's unfair is that people are treated different than others. Because of their gender, girls are not always treated the same as boys.
Okay, so her list of things is A,
Yeah, they usually win divorce settlements.
that's, where's your statistics? You can't just do a little Bing on your statistics. I'm not gonna look up statistics. I'm doing a live reaction to it. But you can't. You're doing an edit. This is presumably a thing that you've invested some time into. Like, usually you guys do that. I assume. Holy fuck, that was bad of me. I assume someone did research. You're right. I looked at you. You're white and you're a girl. I assumed you did research. What an asshole. I apologize. You're right. Stereotypes, they go both ways. Ugh. Okay. So they win divorce settlements. What's the next one? I mean, they don't always. And that's not always been true. And, you know, for a long time, he couldn't even get a divorce. And a lot of times he was, like, basically legally able to rape his wife. And, you know, like, yeah, I can do this too. I can go back and forth. You know what I mean? I've seen the Boondock Saints too, you fucking asshole. There's a deleted scene in the Boondock Saints. Or no, it's in the beginning, where there's a very masculine lady who's a lesbian, and the Irish dudes are fucking with her, making these feminist jokes, and she takes it too far, and it's like this whole thing, and it's played for laughs and whatever. Okay. But she makes a point about the rule of the wrist used to be like you could hit a woman with something as wide as your wrist or something. I don't know if that's true or not. This is me quoting the Boondock Saints. Okay. Why is that not something legitimately fucking horrifying to other people? Like, am I like hypersensitive? Am I like a child? Like, what's wrong with me that I give a shit that it was okay to rape your wife whenever you fucking felt like it is just fine? Like, shove it. So they win divorce settlements now. Cosmically, honestly, shove it up your ass. Like, fuck off with divorce settlements. It's money. Eat my balls.
Child custody battles.
That's usually because men don't want the kids. And usually, lately, I think it's mostly just been like joint. So just shut the fuck up on that noise.
Have lighter jail sentences.
That's not fucking true. Even if you've seen Orange is the New Black, shut your mouth. Like, do any research. Like, don't do a little bit of research. Do more than a little bit of fucking research. Like, I'm not doing any, and I know that this is horseshit where you're just random things I could think about. Okay, you get to wear skirts. That's a benefit. Do you know how great it would be if guys could walk around in skirts that weren't just kilts? Because kilts aren't particularly cool. Like, I mean, breezy. But if you wear a skirt or whatever the fuck, and it wouldn't be a fucking weird shit that... Well, I don't want to wear a skirt because I would look bad in a skirt. But I support anyone's right to wear a fucking skirt. It's just stupid. Like, just go fuck yourself with this. Like, this list is so arbitrary. This fucking list.
They get to keep their genitals intact when they're born.
I've been circumcised. I bitterly resent my parents for cutting my dick, but they did it for social pressures. And if you got a problem with social pressures, maybe you should talk to society and not women in general. And if you're in fucking Africa, you don't get your genitals fucking not mutilated. And I know you're talking to white girls. I know. But you're talking about all women. So if you're talking about all women, some places they don't get their genitals intact. Don't be an asshole talking about fucking circumcision like it's the worst thing that's ever happened to dudes. Okay? I got a pretty dick because of circumcision. Shut your mouth.
Easy access to domestic abuse shelters.
Easy access to domestic abuse shelters. I know you're Canadian. So in Canada? Because that ain't fucking true down here. And also, do you know how many abortion clinics there are around me? 1, 2 hours away. Shut up. You're being an asshole. There are legitimate problems that women are suffering, and you are just, I'm in Canada, it doesn't affect me. And trust me, I know this mentality. I know a lot of Canadians, and they all seem to have this mentality about feminism. But it's not the fucking same down here. And quit pretending like because you're on the internet, you understand that difference. Or because you got catcalled a couple of times. I got called a faggot a lot. So shut up. Just have some empathy. And I get what this is. I know what this video is for, Shoe on Head. I know it's a gag. I know it's a goof. But I just don't got a fucking sense of humor about this shit anymore because, god damn it, Thundercats roar, right, guys? Everything's the worst now. My dog won't shut up. Shoe on Head, you did this. In fact, I think all women did this. Yes, your dog is protecting you, Heather, because it's patriarchally protecting his metaphorical vagina. I'm sorry. Dogs don't agree to the patriarchy.
They're the patriarchy.
The patriarchy. Did any of that make any sense? Womp womp. Oh man, Shoe on Head's gonna have a great time ignoring this video. What's next?
Can choose not to sign up for the draft.
Rosie the Riveter actually comes from a time when girls were finally allowed to have jobs that only boys had. That's why she's so important.
Rosie originally wasn't supposed to be a symbol of female empowerment. She was actually just a painting for a company called Westinghouse. And the painting wasn't even used as feminist propaganda until the 1980s when a bunch of women's rights activists found it and started using it. The model it was inspired by worked in the factory for a few weeks before quitting. She actually quit because she was a dedicated cello player and didn't want to fuck up her hand.
Girls still aren't paid.
Complicated. She missed a bunch of shit. The actual model, or the woman that she's actually based on recently came out and said that she was silenced for years about like she was trying to come out that she was the actual model. They picked this other girl that they could actually do this narrative around, I think. This is a really complicated story that I caught part of on NPR, so take that as you will. Yeah, libtard, blah blah blah. And but I'm sorry that you like. I can't talk about NPR right now. But my point is you did some glancery research and you didn't even prove your point. So here's your point. Rosie the Riveter was important because X. Like their point was she's important because she represents when women could become to work. And yeah, it's a marketing thing. And yeah, it was picked up in the 80s because that's when this was really a thing. You guys, you do understand that people are dumb on like a huge, massive scale, and progressive changes that better society, like, you know, fucking, you know, colored only water fountains took a long time to get rid of. You know, we got rid of slavery and we still have it being perfectly acceptable to beat the shit out of black people by police officers. And shut up. I know what you're going to say, white people get killed by police too. Where's the tapes? You telling me that black people are the only people that would think about recording a person being abused? I've never really been abused by the cops ever, except when I was a fucking teenager, because they have a quota. So don't tell me. It's just, what the fuck is this universe where you guys are just so, you have blinders on for things that are very obviously happening. Racism isn't going anywhere. There's a very obvious, very hateful group of people on the internet that are trying to get you guys in the center to be hateful instead of like understanding and empathetic. And you're trying to make that empathy as like a really horrible thing to be. And I get that we need people who are action oriented and don't have time for other people's feelings. They just need to ignore the people who have feelings. You know? Like, granted, I'm a type of person, I don't deal with people that I don't think I can deal with, because I've learned from past experience, you know, certain people are just not going to gel with me or whatever. What's my point? You just went on this whole thing about Rosie the Riveter, but you didn't do any real research, and you didn't prove anything, and you had no point. And we're only 2 minutes into this. That joke is always funny.
Boys for the same job.
Boy.
The wage gap is simply the average earnings of men and women working full-time. It does not count for different job positions, hours worked, or different jobs. It has nothing to do with the same job. It has nothing to do with discrimination.
I don't... All right. It's a job thing. I get it. Whatever. Wage gap. You got a hard part. Good joke. That was a real funny bit.
Feminism is the belief that boys and girls should be treated as equals.
I believe that.
Then you're a feminist, Teddy.
No, Teddy, you can also be called an egalitarian or a decent human being, but we can't use those labels because those don't bring people into the board.
Oh, that's a really good freeze frame. We're going to leave it there for a minute. All right, so the feminism isn't the Borg. The Borg I just learned what the Borg were. Hey, if you're interested in something that doesn't suck, you should watch our vlog where me and Heather talk about Star Trek. We're watching Star Trek Next Generation. We've watched season 1. It was okay. It was pretty good. Mostly we liked it. Season 2 is a bit bumpier, but there's some good episodes in there too, and we're going to talk about that. We're getting ready for season 3 soon, and then we're going to do a video for all of the seasons for Next Gen. And when I watch Discovery, we'll do that. And yeah. Any rate, Star Trek. Okay. Let me go back because I actually did forget what... I did forget what she said. Okay.
Can also be called an egalitarian or a decent human being, but we can't use those labels because those don't bring people into the board.
No, I still got the good freeze frame. Yeah, nailed it. Okay, so okay, so you're saying that I have a problem with the word feminism too. You're right. Sorry. I've never liked it. And I've gone on record in saying that I really do kind of agree with the sentiment. How do I spin this so she's an asshole? Oh, you're just being an asshole. Just stop being an asshole about it. I agree. Egalitarian makes more sense, or a humanist. I thought was fine, or humanism, or you know. But then I believe that there's a spectrum of sexuality which you don't. So, and spectral of gender, like there is a gradient to how genders work. I believe fully that there's gender fluidity. I just think it's so anti-intellectual and anti-scientific to listen to other people's experiences and just go, nope, you're retarded. Nope, you got a problem. Nope, you're just having a phase. Nope, you're just one of these that dyes their hair a weird color and you're just doing a phase. I know people that have that are not gonna. I know people at all stages of femininity, and they're all. It's. No one's saying you can't call someone a decent person, and no one's saying that in no one's banning words like that. They're just trying to get you to not be shitty. Not you specifically, Shoe on Head. No one cares that you're going to be a fucking shithead.
You're either a feminist or you're an MRA, alt-right, Nazi, fascist, Trump-supporting white man. There's no in-between. Sorry, Teddy.
Yeah, but you don't think there's any in-betweens on other shit either. So what the fuck? So, like, I love how Shoe on the Head. I love how her points are always just... They're just reactionary. They're just to the thing, but there's no substance to them. Fuck, we don't have to do any other videos, right? They're all going to be like this, right?
Let us know in the comments below.
They probably had to.
LGBT is an acronym.
What's an acronym?
LOL is an acronym for Laugh Out Loud. FBI is an acronym for the
Fucking
Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Big dummy, buggy idiot.
Why is this so funny? That's
Fucking
so
big
random.
idiot.
Why FBI? Is she trying to tell us something? Oh shit! Lindsay, quick! Act awkward as fuck if you're in trouble.
L-G... B...
Oh god, we have to save her.
Teddy, do you know
Good bit,
the
really funny
acronyms?
bit.
Yes.
A+
I know that
material.
Laser, L-A-S-E-R, is an acronym. It stands for Light Amplification by Stimulated Emission of Radiation.
What the heck? I actually learned something.
You might
You
also
didn't know
see
that?
LGBTQ
Come on.
plus.
Girl, your targeted demographic is just now learning the alphabet. Don't be throwing symbols and numbers and shit in now, come on.
Where the I stands for intersex and the A stands
Ah,
for
this is what I was
asexual
looking for.
or ally.
Ally, because straight people want to be included in the LGBT soup too. Why not?
But why not? If you're an ally, it just says that, hey, this isn't my bag, but I'm not going to yuck your yum. Do you not know that words mean things? Do all these idiots not know that words have meaning? Like, I love that you guys use this medium of vlogs and all this shit, but you don't think about any of the fucking shit you barf out when you fucking make these videos. Jesus Christ. They're people who are straight, but they're fine with people being gay. You do realize there's a huge chunk of this scumbag country. I'm not a patriot, Shoe on Head. America sucks. Like, I'm not sugarcoating shit here. It's not a great place to live for a lot of people. Usually fucking minorities and fucking women and fucking gay people. Asshole. Jeez.
That's so many letters and words. I don't know how you keep it straight.
They don't keep it straight, Teddy. They keep it gay. Jesus Christ, you homophobic shitlord. Have you learned nothing? Little bitch knows what laser stands for, but can't even...
Everyone
That's a really good bit, Shoe on Head. This would go by faster when she just does a lame bit, and I go, good bit.
who's included in the letters in these acronyms is a part of the same community.
That's nice, but did you know the B in LGBT suddenly disappears when they find out I'm not a feminist? I suddenly turn into an evil straight person in the eyes of your community, because everyone who disagrees with them is straight, and white, and a male, and cis, and right-leaning.
Oh my god. Yes, there are extremes. There's extremes on your side too. What the fuck, man? And those extremes generally kill people? I think the extremes on our side punched a Nazi. Didn't Captain America punch a Nazi? Don't we like Captain America? I'm a patriot again. Fuck you, shoe on head. Go back to Canada. Or stay in Canada. Jeez, I don't get this. I don't get this chick, man. I really don't. So what? You're bi. I'm bi. I don't consider my I'm a bi ally. Whatever the fuck it means. Doesn't. You're bi. You're still an LBG. Here's the. Oh my god. Okay. Shoe on head. If you go out of your way to shit on a movement by saying that everyone in the movement is a cringy scumbag, idiot, moron, whatever, and then you go, well, I'm bi, so I'm one of you too. You're still an asshole. So who cares? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? God. Jeez, this is so easy. I thought this was going to be a hard reaction video.
Oh God, Lindsay, at least wait till your target audience is past the point of needing colorful blocks and songs to learn things before you teach them about double-sided dildos and scissoring. God, Obama's America.
A lesbian.
I get that. It's a bit, like, whatever.
Is a girl who loves other girls.
Okay, I really hate how she keeps describing sexuality as loving people. I understand that she has to simplify it for her audience because she knows for a fact she shouldn't be talking about this stuff to them. But kids love their moms, kids love their dads, kids love their teachers, kids love their friends, kids love their families, kids love their dogs. You're gonna have them thinking they're gay or lesbians for loving people. There's absolutely nothing about dating here or anything, it's just love.
Okay. That was a really good point. Alright. Good job, shoe on head. Alright, so admission time. I agree, these videos are cringy as fuck. But kids shit's usually cringy as fuck for me. Like, I like the new Muppet Babies, but I'm not gonna watch it. I just wanted to see what it was like, you know what I mean? But, because I'm a fan of animation, I'm curious in Muppets and all this stuff. But it was cringy, I don't want to watch it. It's for children. This is for children. But you're right, this is a good fucking point. You're right. Because that would confuse me as a kid. If the word love in this context date is a much better fucking word. It's a girl who wants to date another girl. Because if if you guys can talk about this to them and they're in the understanding, and then you know what they can say is you know, if you're confused what the word date means, maybe you could have a conversation with your mother and father. You know what I'm saying? I get your point. I get your point that you don't want to burden children with sexuality at a young age. But, like, and I know that this is past you, and, like, there's not a lot of evidence of things that have happened, but I've seen some things on Twitter. There's this, like, Twitter thread of these boys that are cross-dressing because RuPaul's Drag Race is very popular right now. And the comments are really shitty. And I'm not saying a parent would ever, like, willfully expose their child to those comments, but, you know, like, what are they going to think if they do see those comments? Because, you know, the internet's kind of hard to scrub for anyone. You know, it's hard to keep a parent, you know, as a parent, it's just hard to maintain your life and then another person's life as the kid. And they're going to get older. They might see that picture of themselves because they're going to remember that they were dressed in drag and were photographed, probably. I'm not saying that they need this all defined to them in hard terms. But they should have said something like in love with. A lesbian is a girl that is in love with another girl. Bisexual could be in love with a boy or a girl. A gay man, a homosexual, well, is it just gay? LGBT, yeah, I guess. A gay dude is, you know, he wants to fuck a dude. Oh shit, you can't say fuck to kids. Right. My point is, that's a good point.
Oh, you're a girl and you love your mommy? You're a lesbian.
But I thought that's what gay...
That's not what she's saying.
It's all the same, Teddy. They're all going to the same place in the end. In the ground, rotting, cause God not real.
Teddy,
Funny.
I have a question for you. What
So funny.
does a lesbian look like?
Don't they all look like you, Lindsay?
Anyway, it shouldn't matter whether someone is gay
I mean, does that count as a joke?
or lesbian or one gender or another or both
Both. So you agree there's two.
or somewhere in between.
Oh.
And if you want to learn more about what lesbian is, you can always ask your grown-up.
Oh no. This is not gonna be. This is gonna be really cringy, right?
Gregory, what's a lesbian?
What? How did you even hear that word? Did you get past the parental control?
B stands for bisexual.
Does anyone find it creepy that the word sex is in a show for toddlers?
Bisexual is when you love people of
No.
both genders.
That's so cool. That's a lot of people to love.
Yeah, being bisexual is awesome.
It's not awesome. It's not a lot of people to love. What the hell? Unless you're polyamorous, like you date a lot of people, being bi has fuck all to do with loving multiple people. One of my favorite all-time quotes actually comes from an anti-feminist. He said, "Bi people eventually choose a side."
I didn't. I'm bi-polyamorous. I agree. You know, people don't date one person forever, asshole. What is this? What is this? You gonna date Armored Skeptic for the rest of your life and make little clone babies that look like you? You look like siblings. You shouldn't fucking breed.
Like, no shit, you mean they eventually settle down in a long-term relationship with one person? They
Not
don't
always.
do just the town bicycle forever, just fucking everyone left and right, hopping
What?
dick to dick, vagina to dick,
What?
vagina until
What?
they die?
But I have
What? What is your implication? Fuck, dude. Like, I get that she made a cringy video, but your thing is cringy too. Don't pretend like you're above this. You're just as fucking weird and cringy about... That was weird. That was all really weird. All of that was really odd. I don't know how you have fans. This is fucking weird.
another question.
And dumb.
What about people who aren't girls or boys? Like me, since I'm a teddy and I use they.
There's actually another word for that. It's
Retarded.
pansexual.
Oh my
Pansexual
god.
doesn't-
Oh my god, that's so funny. That is so funny. I knew you were going to do the retarded thing. This is why the fucking LGBT community is not going to bring me in. They're going to shun me. But they need me. Because I'll say retarded right back at these retards. You're retarded, shoe on head, you fucking asshole. And you make me do the Brooklyn accent back at you because you pull it off too. And it fucking irritates me that I echo people, you fucking retarded asswipe. It's such an easy 1990s joke. Like, what the fuck? You guys all... I'm just so irritated. You know, like Kevin Smith... where do you get the... Oh my god. How is this bitch the queen of the internet? I just don't get it. I mean, this is a popular... This is like the second one. You know what I mean? This is right there at the top. And this is the one I was looking for. Because I knew she was going to say all this shit about there's no polygender, whatever. And I'm so looking forward to getting into this gender fluid thing. Ooh, shoe on head, you piece of fuck.
What about people who aren't girls or boys? Like me, since I'm a teddy and I use they.
There's actually another word for that. It's
Retarded.
pansexual.
Pansexual doesn't really make sense to me because if you're agender, gray gender, and all those 72 genders, you still come off as biologically male or biologically female. Depending on who's looking at you, of course, there's like androgynous looking people, but
Are you retarded?
sense to me because if you're agender, gray gender, and all those 72
You're androgynous, you idiot!
genders, you still come off as biologically male
Or biological female,
depending
unless
on
you're,
who's looking at you, of course,
unless you're androgynous, you stupid idiot! You could buy art if you want to. I'm selling this junk art. It's junk. Here's a Pennywise the clown. It's they are in color, but this camera is in black and white because it's this is a Gwenpool. This is junk art. I could throw it around all day because it's made on junk. That's a Spider-Man. You know who Spider-Man is? Not fucking Shoe on Head. Fuck. Fuck you, Shoe on Head. You fucking asshole. Like, just, you know what I'm saying, man? If you're gonna have a cogent argument, have a cogent argument. But if you're just gonna say whatever the fuck you want to because you're an idiot, asshole, jerk off, god damn, dude. Like, fuck you. Fuck.
More either or. Since gender is in the mind, is it not? Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Correct me. Debate me in the ring, bro. One-on-one live.
Do you?
What? What are you saying now?
Your agender, gray gender, and all those 72 genders, you still come off as biologically male or biologically female. Depending on who's looking at you, of course, there's like androgynous looking people, but you always look like more either or. Since gender is in the mind, is it not? Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Correct me. Debate me in the ring, bro. One-on-one live.
Do you remember when your little baby bear brother was born?
Yeah.
Well, do you remember the very first thing you learned about the new baby bear in your life?
That he cried a lot?
No, Teddy.
Excuse me, Lindsay, why are you dictating this man's memories?
Yeah, fair
You
point.
probably learned that your little baby bear brother was...
You know what? That's a good point. And I want to talk about tropes for a second because this fucking video is not above scrutiny either. I mean, this is like a twofer because this LGBT video is starting to bug the shit out of me. She's right, you know, don't correct the kid's memory. Oh, no, what I meant is what you should have said. But you did a trope. And I hate tropes. I thought tropes were against women anyway. Oh! Got him! But that's a really good point. Why are you being hypersensitive about this stuff? But it's like, you should say, that's true. But what I was thinking, that's what like a real kids host would do. And that's the problem is what they did is they made this video, but they didn't really think, they didn't really get a real like writer. Like they didn't get someone to like put this through like a kids writer filter or something. And that's what it desperately needed because you can talk about these subjects to kids. You just need to be intelligent about it. You can talk to kids about death. If you could talk to kids about death, why can't you talk to them about sex? I'm not saying in a weird, creepy way, but they gotta learn, and you should teach them gradually. And you gotta get these real basics out of the way because I figured out what a vagina was in any real earnesty when I was like 13 and opened a porno mag and was horrified at what I saw. Because no adult at that time was ever comfortable explaining kind of sexuality to me. I'm not going to be a fucking parent. I don't have to deal with this shit. I'm not going to teach other kids shit neither. But what I'm saying is, and I'm not saying this video is the right answer, but it's better than nothing. Fuck, Shoe on Head. Like, you know, historically, you come off in the wrong, right?
Was your little baby bear brother, that your new sibling was a boy. They
right.
tell parents
it's a big deal, but
a boy
it's not a big,
or a girl.
it's whatever.
That's called a gender assignment.
That's called looking at a newborn's genitals and determining if they're biologically male or female.
You're both being hyper shitty, okay? Just whatever. She's being shitty, you're being shitty, we're both being shitty. Just relax.
Now I'm confused.
Me too, Teddy. I feel your pain. I'm really glad you're here with me on this journey, you know? I feel like you're just
this
like
is a good bit.
spirit animal.
This is a real funny
so
bit.
the doctors are wrong sometimes?
Fuck! You fucked it up, Teddy! No! The doctors are not wrong!
That's not what he's... It's not... It's...
There's also another word you should know. It's the word cisgender. Someone who is cisgender does identify with the gender they're assigned.
200% mad. Your target is clearly toddlers and very, very young kids. Why would they need to know any of this.
Because you need some building blocks so that this shit doesn't come out of goddamn left field and a vagina doesn't look like a horrible crotch disease. That's what I thought. Like, I'll barf out real fucking shit about me all day, Shoe on Head. I know you really won't. Because I know this isn't really you. There's no way you're this in person to people. There's no way. There's no way this is not a fucking persona, right? You don't treat people in real life like this, right? Fuck, dude.
It's only gonna
I like that
confuse the
dress,
hell out
too.
of
I
you,
really like her
especially
dress.
saying things like being gay is cool. When you love another boy, you're gay. A better way to go about this would probably be something like this. Some people have 2 mommies or 2 daddies.
Really?
Yep, I have a dad and a daddy. Teach tolerance.
Fine. But maybe they're a little older than that. So, do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's room for even more simplistic things. And I'm sure that parents are very comfortable with that. But, you know, some parents don't know how to explain this stuff. Or maybe this is dumb enough for most parents to understand so they can just explain it to their kids themselves. You know, maybe the target audience isn't necessarily children. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you think maybe there might be a little bit of subversion here that might be happening? Like, maybe Americans are fucking stupid?
of other people, and eventually when they're older, they'll understand. Talking about gender, and especially sexuality, would make more sense if your target audience was like 8 or 9 or 10-year-olds. This is clearly your own opinions and things you learned in gender studies under the guise of like a cute, friendly kids TV show. Could you imagine if I voiced all my opinions like this? All together now, 2 bombs weren't enough. Anime is trash.
What?
Nobody cares what I have to say. What are your opinions, do you think?
Oh my... That's not even... What? Holy I mean, like... What am I unpacking here? Oh, hey, and make sure you click the bullshit. Fuck everyone, dude. Alright, well, that was that. I'm never doing that again. Wow. Fucking... Sometimes you learn the lesson the hard way, kids. Don't drink too much and don't watch Shoe on Head. What a fucking wonder piece of shit. She's a cunt, man. Fuck. Alright, so that was my reaction video, like real live gut reaction that will never be seen by anyone because this clickbait title will be ignored by all. But I thought I had a good time. I want to do more of these. Hey, in the comments, tell me what you want me to do for the next one. I'll do Anita Sarkeesian. I'll do that first. I'll do Anita Sarkeesian reaction, and then we'll do the next one. I swear to God. I swear to God. I'll do Anita Sarkeesian next. I'll bring up... You bring me a woman, I'll do a reaction video. But if you bring me ContraPoints, I'm just going to agree with every fucking thing she says. So that... I love ContraPoints. Excuse me, Natalie? Right? I love ContraPoints, the show. No, Contra's the internet person. So Contra, that's right. She just changed this. It's not my fault. Like, this is new to... Like, this is new as of a day. I like the show ContraPoints, hosted by Contra. Portrayed by Natalie. I'm not dumb, it just takes me a minute. So I'm glad I did that Shoe on Head reaction video in the middle of this, my complicated reaction, or my complicated relationship with the word faggot video. Because it really solidifies what I think about myself, you know? Because, like, she really yada yadas polyamory. She really yada yadas casual dating. She definitely said something like being the town bicycle, hopping from dick to car. I don't think... she's definitely in the wrong. Here's my thing. Like, why demonize that more than it needs to be if the person's honest? Like, here's the thing. Guys tend to react really badly, apparently, when they find out about women's sex history. I personally love it. You're the cock. Because I like sex stories. Then everyone who read Hustler in the 90s is a cuck, bro. My point is, like, if my partner that I'm in love with doesn't go out and create new sexual experiences for themselves, how are they going to tell me anything new? I'm just going to get bored. I don't want to be involved in everything. Fuck. I don't want to be there. I don't want to watch in the corner and dress up like Superman and jerk off. And there's not that there's anything wrong with that. This is not my bag. Shoe head, your bag is your bag, baby. My bag is my bag. So, again, my complicated relationship with the word faggot is, don't be mean about it. Use it in a nice way. Like, be slutty about it. I don't know. I'm trying to take back slut too and pervert. There's a lot of words that don't work for me. Like I have this entire video in mind talking about Medicare and his demonization of Linkara's sexual oddities because he didn't have anything intelligent to say. Like here's my point. I get what you guys are doing. I get what your guys is like a whole bit and it's supposed to be funny. So making the whole retarded joke, like that's a bit. I get the bit. But it's you don't get it. Like your audience is like taking this a little too seriously. And I think the world's getting a little fucked up out there, man. This last school shooting really shook me up. I don't know why it took like 36 of these fucking things to really get me, but this last one, whew, this one really got to me. So more on that later. So I guess what I'm trying to say is like and subscribe, and if you want notifications, the bell notification. If you hit the bell notifications, then I get notified. YouTube. I put that at the end of all my videos. So, yeah, I don't know. If you have any comments or whatever, you want any questions, I'll do a comment response video on the video. That'd be fun. I'll do a comment response on this video as soon as, after a couple of weeks go by, I'm bored, I'll read them. So if I don't reply to them, that's why I'm going to save them up for the video and we'll do a whole thing. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little discussion of my sexual oddities or whatever. And, like I said, I'm poly, so, it's okay to catch feelings. Boom! All right, whatever. And here's the ending for the shoe on head. I don't understand why shoe on head's so popular. These are like some of these jokes are just really easy. And I'm not saying like I would have come up with anything better on the fly, but these seem to be a little bit more scripted than that. Like there's that whole bit with the Skype. So I feel like these are a little bit more scripted. I feel like they watch them and they maybe do a reaction video and then like, and granted, I probably could do that. Like it'd probably be a more efficient use of my time, but I don't think anyone's going to see this. So I don't really care. Whatever. Shoe on the Head is going to move on and make a million videos. And hopefully a few people will be interested in what I say and kind of get on board. I'm trying to get the centrists to understand that these guys, they're doing a lot of things just for like comedic shock value, kind of like Howard Stern or whatever. I just think that's tacky. Like it's just, I'm not judging you for liking it. You can like whatever you want to like. I like Super Troopers too, and it's tacky. Everyone has their tacky shit that they like, but this is like a level that I can't get behind it anymore, like the context always feels wrong these days. Things are really dark down here. Like it's not funny. And this came out in 2017, so this is was really not a good year, 2017. And this year's even worse and on a lot of levels. So, at any rate, I just don't have a lot of patience for this shoe on head chick and her entire fucking really shitty asshole philosophy. So, be nice to each other. I'll see you guys later or whatever. Tell me what you think in the comments. I might do a comment response video on this or whatever. Whatever. We'll see. Bye! Alright. That's good on that. Probably shouldn't have stopped the recording so quick. Yeah, still only no viewers. It's okay. I probably just should have done it on Twitch. In hindsight. So it's 11. I'm going to be done with this now. Goodbye.